Dog, 97.9. Let's begin.
We start with our first laugh. This is David Spade on Caitlyn Jenner's choice of names.
Caitlyn Jenner. The only part of that I thought was a little interesting was the name Caitlyn, because that's reserved for 30-year-old girls. That's like a psychological trick to sound younger. I mean, listen, my name's David. It's like Marlon Blando. Like, who cares about David? It's so dumb and forgettable. If I wanted to sound 27, I changed my name to Connor. You know what I mean? And then I'm 27 overnight. They're like, Connor Spade, what's up? I'm like, just vaping. And Caitlyn, she was like 71. You don't get to be Caitlyn. You know what your name should be? Barb. Barb Jenner, hi. Or Dottie, or Ruthie, anything. You're not Dakota, you're Dolores. I mean, make it make sense. But honestly, even my friends old me up. I hate getting olded up by my friends. I have girls, I go, oh, you want to meet my friends? I see you coming, I go, you know Rick, Pete, and Roger? They're like, what the? No thanks, sounds old over there. I don't even need to see him. It's tragic, I have to lie. Oh, you know Aiden, Caden, and Jaden? They're like, oh, yeah, let's get a bottle.
Teeth are coated in enamel, which is not a living tissue. Mm-hmm. All right. There's a name for... Yeah, that's it. There's a name for the apron of fat that hangs down from the bottom of a person's stomach. It's called a panus.
Would you like to see my big panus?
It's a term that's derived from the Latin for tablecloth.
Oh, God. I feel so much worse about myself. my
panus.
My panus. It's like a roof for my penis. It's all good.
It's like a tablecloth.
It means tablecloth in Latin.
The shuttlecock that's used in badminton today was created by Eddie Bauer. The person, not the store. Before he patented the standard shuttlecock, there was no consistent size, weight, or material for them. The shuttlecock.
Yeah.
And
so it's kind of all over. You couldn't play a consistent game of badminton anywhere.
Right.
Till Eddie Bauer. Thank God for him. Why he chose the name, I'll never freaking know.
In 1987, the IRS started making people list their kids' Social Security numbers on their tax forms. Before then, they did not have to when they counted them as dependents to cut down on fraud.
What year?
1987.
Holy crap, we went that far?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 9 kids.
Yeah. And suddenly, 7 million children were claimed the year before disappeared.
7 million kids.
Gone
there
in 1 year.
There should be a panic.
Yes. In 1987,
oh my God.
7 million kids disappeared between 86 and 87.
The case has never been solved. We have no idea where they are.
And the official unit of measurement for 1 million years is a mega anus.
Probably a Maganus.
That's a mega anus.
Are you sure you're saying that right?
Yep.
All right.
It's a mega anus.
No wonder we don't talk about that term and time very much. For one, none of us will ever see it. For two, nobody besides Chris Purple Hayes will even dare to say it on the airwaves.
There's your knowledge nuggets. Big Dog, 97.9, time for
The Morning BJ. Jules, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Let's do it.
Hey, did you hear about the angry pancake? He just flipped.
That's a solid breakfast joke. Good job, Jules. Oh, crap. I'm already late.
I heard it from 3 people this weekend. 3 different people.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to go to school Monday. I don't want to go to school. And then another.
Yeah.
Oh, can't believe it's already school time. I don't want to go.
Perks of having young children, because mine are like, yay, school. Yeah. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm not really sure. Just a fair warning, buses are out today.
Yes.
It's going to slow you down.
There will be an opportunity or a possibility your normal schedule is going to be disrupted because of not only the school buses, but I'm going to tell you there are more people out and about this morning than normal.
Yep.
Because they're like, hey, let's go do this before, you go to school.
Oh, breakfast and things like that. Yeah, you're probably right.
So you might be slowed down a little bit.
Yep. A lot of mommies out there with little Timmy and stuff, maybe even taking the first day of school off so they can take them to school themselves. So be forewarned.
And if they are, there's a lot of, no-nos. Back to school things you should not bring to school.
Yes.
It's back to school time with a friendly reminder to parents. Don't let your kids bring these items to school. Grandma Nona's glass eye. Do not bring mommy's battery-operated boyfriend. Smack and meth are no-nos. Leave Uncle Kyle's bong at home. Don't show other kids cell phone pics of sick things you did this summer. Don't bring poop of any type. And finally, don't bring Grandpa's flask of medicine for show and tell. This has been a friendly reminder to parents for back to school.
You're listening to the Chris Purple Hayes and Bobby Show.
Big Dog, 97.9. So would you give up? Do you like fast food? I'll ask that. Do you like fast food? I think most people's answer is going to be, yeah. But how much of your life would you give up to eat fast food?
Oh, not a lot.
Not a lot?
No, see, fast food to me is exactly what it's intended for. I'm in a hurry. I have limited time. This works to, make some poop later. That's all it's for. It just fills the hole just to make a turd later.
Some of it's good.
Some of it I do like. I won't lie and say it's all garbage. You can tell by my physique, I don't run away from it all the time.
I think we all know that it's not the healthiest choices, like a lot of things we eat in our life.
True.
And we keep eating it anyway. A lot of questions. How many years would you give up of your life to keep eating it? In other words, hey, you can have as much of this as you want, but here's how many years you have to give up. The average answer?
Yeah.
4.
Ooh, 4. Ooh. See, this is I only would give you that answer if I knew what that end number would be. It's like, all right, you would live to 95 without fast food. Would you be willing to live to 91 and eat it?
Right.
Maybe. If you're going to live to 57 without fast food, would you be willing to live to 53 without it? Nah, probably not. I don't.
4 seems fairly, because I think we all eat it and we enjoy it, and I think we know. Well, this is
shaving time off.
This is shaving a couple years off, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
They broke down by state. The most states between 3 and 5 years. That's where Missouri is at 4. But there were 3 states. Very curious here. 3 states that were willing to give up more than a decade of their life.
Holy Lord, where?
A decade.
Who?
Montana.
Okay.
North Dakota.
Uh-huh.
And Hawaii.
See, I don't know about Hawaii. Montana, North Dakota, it feels like
they've given up already.
No, it's just
so
that
cold.
They don't have it. It's so rare. They ask the fine people of Montana where it's 150 miles between towns. They're like, yeah, we would love to have a fast food taco all the time.
They've got it.
They have it. It's just more sparse than ours, I'm sure.
It's just cold and depressing and sad. Hawaii, though, I don't know what to say there. They all said that they would get up 12 years of their life.
12?
Yeah.
For God's sakes, you live in Hawaii. I mean, the other ones, if they are trying to die a little faster, that makes a little more sense. There's a lot of snow. But you live in Hawaii. Don't you want to live there for longer? I would. North Dakota, Montana. I mean, it looks beautiful until February, I think. Then I think, yeah, cheeseburger sounds better than living in Montana.
Are you ready, kids?
What a dumbass.
Dumbass.
What the hell's your problem, you dumbass?
What a dumbass.
Great moment there, dumbass.
This is like if Bonnie and Clyde had gone to a performing arts school. A couple near Nashville went on a first date last Wednesday night.
Okay.
Decided to break into church and in the middle of the night to play piano.
Well, they have one in there, usually, yeah.
20-year-old Sebastian and 19-year-old Danielle were out on their date when they realized that they were, well, both pianists.
Pianist, I believe.
Yeah. So they decided to look for an unlocked church.
Yeah. Well,
We're both pianists. We must find a church.
let's do this, yes.
Well, they might find a piano in one of these unlocked churches.
Mm-hmm.
But the very first church they went to, the door had been locked. So they broke it.
So they were like, wow, we're not going to keep looking for other churches. Let's just break in.
Yes. So they went inside. They found a piano. Played for about 30 minutes.
It's a while. Till somebody goes, wait a minute, it's a Friday night.
And they actually played piano. It wasn't they went inside to play piano.
That's what I thought you were going with. Let's
No.
go do it in a church.
Nope. They actually played piano.
Playing piano.
That alone might not have gotten them in too much trouble.
Yeah.
They're just playing piano.
Yeah.
But on their way out, they decided to steal some Bibles.
I mean,
Kind of as souvenirs.
yeah, right. We'll never forget this.
Along with the set of drumsticks. And the church's collection plates.
Oh, God. That'll do it.
Security cameras got it all on video, and the pastor called police the next morning. Sebastian and Danielle confessed to the whole thing, admitted it was a really dumb idea.
Yeah.
They're now facing felony burglary and misdemeanor theft charges.
Yeah.
They will always remember this date, though.
No doubt about it. It's
Always.
an unforgettable first date. Whether they make it or not,
Yes.
whether they end up getting married.
50 years from now, they're going to be talking about that one time.
No doubt about it. And if they do make it, I hope they get married in this church. But regardless, whether the love story is happy ending or not, they're still dumbasses.
What a dumbass.
Served. Now just says, thanks, Frank. Number 4, your cardiologist greets you with ka-ching. Number 3, you named your kids hotcakes and sausage.
Who drew sausage? I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe hotcakes isn't great either.
Number 2, you take your meds for separation anxiety when the McRib goes away.
It'll be back. Don't worry.
Top 6 signs that you eat too much at McDonald's. Number 1, the only thing you say during sex, I'm loving it. There's your top 6 list today. So apparently this happens to even blind women.
Yeah. Unsolicited ones.
Yeah. Guys just randomly send junk pics, again, to women on social media, and even blind ones.
Some poor lady shared her experience with this, who has no sight, and her phone takes care of that for her, right?
Yeah. Here's her
Transcribe.
explaining one of them.
Yeah.
I'm blind and I get sent a lot of lower regional area pictures from guys. Maybe they don't believe I'm blind, but I rely on a screen reader to narrate my phone to me, and it also narrates images. And I have just received an image and I have to share this with you. This is what my screen reader has described to me.
One face, probably a mushroom growing in the ground.
Yeah, that's not good.
I think he left out around some bushes.
Yeah. That's kind of how I imagine that going.
Yeah.
Because she's blind.
Yeah.
She must have a reader that describes pictures.
Yeah. We figure there's got to be, if it sounds like that, then what do the rest of them sound like?
Right.
Sounds like he gets kind of detailed.
Right.
Something along the lines of, Jeff says, one picture of maybe a baby arm. Phil sends something small maybe a big toe. And Becky sends, oh, my God. We don't really know how it all sounds. I love that it may be a mushroom growing out of the ground.
Maybe.
Fantastic.
Not for sure, but I'm thinking that's a mushroom.
Yeah.
Poor, that's just not a good description. That is not the description I would want.
Are these people she knows?
No, they're just random dudes.
Oh. Man, I'm glad I'm not a chick, I guess, in this scenario. I don't get random pictures, I guess.
Same.
Does this happen to you? Ever?
No. I've never gotten, which I'm glad.
Yeah, how do they know it's a phone number? How do they know it's the lady's phone number then? I bet it's people she knows.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I do.
And they're just randomly. Maybe that's why she giggled so loud.
I'm going to cast this out.
She knows who's now being described as a mushroom.
Yeah. I want to cast this out here. Hopefully, she likes what she hears. Mushroom, approximately 2 inches.
Yeah. Mushrooms,
That guy doesn't get a text back.
No. Big Dog 97.9 Disney Plus added some rated R movies. Recently caused a little controversy. Well, there was still on their list an Australian show called Bluey.
Oh, yeah.
There was one episode that they weren't allowing to air here in the United States.
Really? There's a. I know you haven't seen Bluey,
Nope,
but
I have no idea what it is.
Oh, I've watched. It's on Disney Junior.
Okay.
That gives you an idea of what it is. My 4-year-old likes it.
Well, there is an episode that they are not airing until now. It is an episode where Bluey, where the title character accuses her dad of fluffing in her face. So the mom holds a trial to determine who's telling the truth. Disney Plus wasn't going to add it to that episode to the catalog, but people started complaining. They've changed their minds. The episode is called Family Meeting. It should be available soon. So apparently Disney Plus, if you're not for sure what fluffing is, it's farting.
Yeah, that would be my assumption.
But apparently they're saying kids mature enough to handle farting now.
Oh, I mean, come on. Kids have thought fart jokes were funny for all of time, haven't they?
Yes.
They talk about it.
And it's not, it's farting. It's a human.
They're
natural.
Australian, by the way, the Bluey, the dogs. I don't know if fluffing is like an Australian term for it or if it's just like the kitty term here, but.
You fluffed.
Yeah, that could be. Sometimes those other languages have
think
like
what
words
happened, they were talking fluffing. Mm-hmm. Us in America went, oh, we can't air that. That's a kid's show?
Yeah,
you can't talk about fluffing.
Why not? Come on.
That's dirty.
Yeah. Everybody fluffs. All right.
I was thinking something completely different, and it wasn't farting.
This is not headline news. Ben Affleck and J-Lo got married again at Ben's lavish estate in Georgia over the weekend. J-Lo showed off her great sense of humor by wearing a wedding gown that was white. Jennifer Garner turned down Ben Affleck's invitation to be at the wedding because she knew there would be more. Gary Busey is accused of inappropriately touching 3 women at a celebrity convention. The only bright spot for Busey is that one of the women turned out to be a mop. And Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit turned 52 on Saturday. At that age and moving forward, he can get used to the term limp. This is not headline news.
Big Dog 97.9. A woman in Pennsylvania went on Twitter and asked for your help.
In which way?
My family is in a very heated argument right now. Help me out. You're back in high school. What folder colors do you assign your classes? The subjects are math, science, English, and history. The colors are blue, red, yellow, green. Ready, go.
I don't think I put this much thought into it when I was in high school.
I might not even had folders.
I usually, yeah, you're right. I think I just carried a notebook.
But if you did, and I'm looking at this, the most popular responses seem to be math is red, Science is green, English blue, history yellow. No consensus, though. But I do love some of the other ones. Somebody tried to put it to Trivial Pursuit.
Okay.
But there's no math in that, so
okay.
You're kind of out of luck there.
Yeah. But there are colors in some of those subjects, I guess.
Yeah. Somebody tried to do it, like a rainbow spectrum order. First period red, second period yellow, third period green, that type of thing. But I was like, that seems good.
I don't know I didn't know what order the rainbow spectrum fell in.
Same.
We didn't pay attention in school, I guess.
Somebody put math yellow, science blue, English green, history red. My answers are Star Trek uniform informed. So he did it, I guess, in the level of where you stood in your rankings in Star Trek.
Okay. But then what? So he likes math the best, or it's the best subject?
I think that's your either. Oh, I don't know.
I get that. I get the Star Trek angle. Then how do you assign it to the subject?
I don't know. I'm not informed enough with Star Trek either. This is my favorite, though. And I think I can get behind this answer right here.
Uh-huh.
Science is green because of plants.
That's what I was thinking, actually.
History is red because of wars.
Okay, all right. Makes sense, though.
English is blue because some stories make you sad.
Math is...
Like reading.
Yeah.
And math is yellow because, well, that's what's left.
You're right. Yeah, good old math class, just whatever's left. I have no better reasoning than that guy did. Science green made sense to me. That was the only one in my head. I was like, all right, green, plants, science, that makes sense. The rest, up for debate. Red as in history because of bloody wars, I guess makes sense.
That makes sense to me.
I don't really.
The bloody wars.
Yeah.
The bloody wars.
I remember the history, like, here was when the war is, here's who's involved. I don't really remember the teachers going, there was a lot of blood, even though there was.
You had the wrong history teacher. I'm telling you, my history teacher in college changed my perspective of history class.
Yeah.
It became my favorite class. That's why I took it twice. Not the same.
No,
not the same.
You
class.
took it twice because you failed it. Be honest.
No, I did really good. I took that, and then I took another history class just so I could have a class with him. I had to have another elective.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I needed another elective anyway, but I took another history class so I could have, because he was amazing.
I loved history when I was,
He was a stoner tennis player that tropped all over Europe and told stories. It was amazing.
That sounds like a very interesting dude. I think I would take a history class from this guy.
And we didn't have to learn dates or anything.
Yeah.
We got to watch cool movies, and then he would quiz us on them to make sure for extra credit. He was amazing. I learned more in those classes than I did my entire learning school year.
But
from kindergarten through senior
But the important thing is, what color was your folder for that class?
I have no idea because I'm not color coordinated at all. And
I used to just fold up my homework and put it in my back pocket.
But if it was, it would have been red because of the bloody wars.
Bloody wars, yeah.
Are y'all ready, kids?
Ha! What a dumbass.
Dumbass.
What the hell's your problem, you dumbass?
What a dumbass.
Great moment there, dumbass.
Well, a bank robber in Italy probably wished he'd paid a little closer attention to physics class.
Oh, well, I mean, who could blame him there? Physics is hard. I didn't pay a lot of attention.
He had to be rescued after becoming trapped in a tunnel in central Rome that he allegedly had been excavating in an attempt to rob a bank.
Oh, yes. Yes.
You know, just like in the movies.
Right.
Because it always works out.
Until it collapses on you.
Yeah. It took firefighters 8 hours to free the man, who was buried, they said, 6 meters. I don't know what that is.
Basically 6 yards.
Okay. Down part of the road had collapsed on top of him. It was close to the Vatican as well. Emergency services were alerted when one of the 4 alleged gang members that were helping him escaped.
Oh.
One of the 4 decided to call and say, hey, there's a guy trapped in a tunnel.
Do you think it was just an anonymous tip?
Probably.
Hey, just an anonymous tip. There's a guy or 3 buried underground.
Yeah.
Don't know how I know that. I just know. Here, bye.
Click. The voice was detected from beneath the rubble, so rescuers carried out the complex operation of digging another hole to reach the man, who they heard reportedly cry out, "Help! I beg you, get me out!" At least that's according to, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I bet. I'm sure of it.
They gave the man liquid food and oxygen cylinder to help him breathe. They eventually pulled him out alive to prolonged applause from a large crowd that had gathered to watch the whole festivities.
No, I would certainly stand there and watch that.
Yeah, he was taken to the hospital, reportedly suffered from critical but non-life-threatening injuries.
Well, it was 8 hours of being buried alive is a long time.
Yeah.
It seems like forever. Good that it's not life-threatening. I can understand where he was going. You see movies where they tunnel out of prisons and stuff all the time, but guess there's a reason that's just in the movies. Or this guy just isn't clever enough to do it because he's a dumbass.
What a dumbass!
Point of the show, we find out what we learned on the show today. Bobby, what did you learn?
Some back-to-school no-nos. And it's probably too late if you already sent the kids with any of those things. Mom's battery-powered boyfriend, grandpa's flask full of cough medicine. There are some various things that they should not be taking to school. But we had that on early this morning. They were able to hear it. Hopefully leave some of that stuff in the car. Back to school day. Hope the best for all the kids that are headed back today. It's for most of the schools in the area. What'd you learn today?
Even ladies that are blind have to worry about the penis pics sent from random dudes. And the funny thing is that they're blind. They do answer the phone.
Yeah.
But they have somebody, the phone then describes like pictures to them. So they know what picture that they've gotten.
Right, yeah.
So guys, you might want to be careful.
Yeah, because
one of them was described as a mushroom.
Which, I mean, that's
maybe growing out of the ground.
That's the worst. Could be. I mean, I think she obviously knew what it was. That's what she was laughing about. Yeah. It's if it describes it as, like the big toe or something, that would be the more concerning thing, I think. There's some tall mushrooms.
All right.
Some. Let's share one more laugh. What do we got?
Well, it is National Tooth Fairy Day. So in celebration, Aaron Jackson. Talking on the Tooth Fairy.
I have a godson. He's 7. I love him to death. My account balance online, I got parentheses. You got $10. And his mom was like, well, Aaron, you don't understand because you don't have kids. It's expensive now. And I was like, really? You do realize that as the Tooth Fairy, you control the market, right? It's completely up to you. I don't know about y'all, but that's some serious inflation. When I was a kid and I lost a tooth, all I got was a bigger tooth. That is all that I got. I'm thinking, shoot, by the time I have kids, I will not be able to afford to play that game with them. I can see now they'll be coming up to me like, Ma, I lost a tooth. I put it under my pillow. How come I didn't get anything? And I'll be like, well, sweetheart, you didn't get anything because today is the 23rd. And your Tooth Fairy comes on the 1st and 15th.